Welcome to the second episode of Hot Topics. Today, we're going to dive right into our topic again, and I bet you can guess what the topic is. Knitting! Oh my gosh! Okay, so knitting. Many people love knitting, and I like to wear knitting. I do. Now, today the topic is on what this thing is doing on me. This little vest thingy was knitted for me by Gotta Love Makeup 11. She gave it to me for Christmas because she knitted it and she's really good at knitting, stuff like that. And so I was like, oh my god, I should wear it, even though it's not that pretty. You know, I have to wear it because she's like my best friend. Yeah, so she's really good at knitting stuff. So the topic today is going to be knitting. Okay. So, many people think knitting is like a granny's thing to do, but take Gotta Love Makeup 11 for example. I already told you she knitted this, and she's not a granny. She's like, not a granny. And so, people shouldn't think that knitting's just for grannies, because Gotta Love Makeup 11 does it. Take her example. Now that we've discussed knitting is not for grannies, we will move on to our new segment, introduced the last episode, with our guest star, Cecilia. Okay, so here's another episode of Don't Ya Hate It When? And so today we're going to talk about, my sister. She always treats me like her butler. Like, she's always like, go get me a glass of water. And I'm like, no, you have two legs, they work. And then she's like, oh, go print me out a script. And I'm like, no, you can do that yourself. And then she's always like, oh, can you go get my clothes from the bathroom? And I'm like, no. And it's just so annoying. And my mom does that too. She's like, oh, go get Esther dressed. And I'm like, no. I mean, why don't you do it? And then, and then my brother does that too. Like, everyone does it. I hate being a butler. It's so annoying. I don't know how actual butlers stand it. Yeah, and so here's our tip for today. Okay, so even if a kangaroo offers you candy, never